We always knew Republicans were lying about Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio. Well, Maggot JD Vance was on CNN yesterday and admitted that he created the story about Haitian migrants eating animals. Listen to this liar talking to Dana Bash.
The American media totally ignored this stuff until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I have to, create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana.
You just said that you're creating a story.
Public policy.
Sir, you just said that you're creating the story.
What's that, Dana?
You just said that this is a story that you created. So the eating dogs and cats thing is not accurate.
Dana, it comes from firsthand accounts from my constituents. I say that we're creating a story, meaning we're creating the American media focusing on it.
What a liar. Oh, it's coming from firsthand accounts, but they are lies. They are flat out lies. And that's what these maggots do. They lie. They repeatedly lie. They have caused mayhem in Springfield, Ohio. They have caused schools to get bomb threats, hospitals to get bomb threats, you name it. And now you got Rich Lowry with the National Review, a big-time white conservative, talking to Megyn Kelly, and I'm sorry, did I hear him use the N-word as he was talking about the Haitian migrants? Listen.
Finally, he said something to the effect of, look, if we have to create stories in order to bring attention to what's happening, the media, he admits they made it up, right? As opposed to, and if you listen to the full clip, he says, by drawing attention to what's happening on the ground, it's just, as this line goes online, you don't hate the media enough. Go ahead.
You remember Alternative Facts with Kellyanne? They did the same thing. She wasn't saying you make up fictions and pretend they're facts. You bring other facts to bear in the debate that are being ignored. And that's what he was saying. And I think it was in that interview where Dana Bash says, the police have gone through 11 months of recordings of calls, and they've only found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking geese from ponds. Only 2 calls. And I think one lesson of this whole story, people don't care about geese. People really hate geese. They all things considered, I think people would prefer Haitian migrants to come and take the geese off the golf course, right? So it's pets, it's the cats and dogs that's become the standard. Geese clearly don't matter.
I mean, I read online they're protected in Ohio.
I'm sorry? What did he say? A couple of people on social media actually slowed down the comments, and this is what he said. Play.
Recordings of calls, and they've only found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking geese.
Oh, that was slowed down. Now, check this out. Let's go to my iPad. So this guy, Andrew McCarthy, was with the National Review. He tweeted this out. Ridiculous. Rich Lowry obviously got crossed up between immigrants short and my short eye, y'all. Look, he got crossed between immigrants short eye and migrants long eye, started mispronouncing migrants with short eye, instantly corrected himself with no embarrassment because it was patently a mispronunciation. Jeez. That's what he tweeted. Now, Little Rich agreed with that. In fact, here's Megyn Kelly. This is so disgusting and obviously leveled by someone that doesn't know Rich Lowry at all. A finer, more gracious man of good character you will never meet. Okay, this is the Santa was a white man lady. This is the blackface is okay lady. Really, Megyn Kelly? shut the hell up. But again, just so understand, this is what you're seeing from these people as they are talking about what's happening with Haitian migrants. Garcia Boveau, who's Haitian American, weighed in on this. She had to say this here.
Hi, sak passe. Staying silent in the face of racism and hate is something that I refuse to do. This past week, the lies that have been spewed about the Haitian community, about my community, have been disgusting, deeply hurtful, and dangerous. Now, this is not about politics. It's about humanity. We must condemn this kind of hatred, this kind of racism for anyone. I have always been a proud Haitian immigrant, coming to America, working hard. That's what we do. Coming from gratitude. And I will not sit by and let people talk about my community in any way they want for their own gain. The power we have is the power to vote, to register and vote and stop this madness, this chaos. Haïtien, c'est pour nous sortir, c'est pour nous voter, c'est pour nous registrer, c'est pour nous parler avec tout le monde que nous connaît qui ka vote. C'est là nous gain power. I am not going to sit by. It's just not okay to treat people like this. We're supposed to be uplifting each other. From our leaders to our neighbors. This has got to stop. And we have to do something about it. We can't just sit by. Thanks for listening. Register to vote. We have 50-something days. Go out and vote. We need to stop this chaos.
Look, these Republicans do not care. They don't care. They are using this. They are pressing the racial buttons for a reason. What did I say in my book, White Fear? How the browning of America is making white folks lose their minds. I told y'all this is what they do. This is exactly what they do. This is exactly how they behave. And so they want to draw Democrats in to have this racial conversation about, oh, they're bringing in these black people and sending them to red areas to flip them. What are they throwing out? They're getting welfare. They're getting government benefits. Do y'all see what the game is? This is how they play the game over and over and over. This is no shock at all. This is the game that they play. And what they've done is they've fallen in line with MAGA and Trump. As I said, bomb threats at city buildings and schools. The city canceled CultureFest. The city manager has said he and his family have been getting numerous threats, death threats. A matter of fact, there was a black guy who went to city council and made all types of accusations. Now he is saying, oh, damn, I was wrong. I shouldn't have said all those things. The Miami Heat, they have responded and issued a statement regarding this. And this is their statement. The Miami Heat staff, like Miami itself, is a diverse and brilliant mix of vibrant cultures, including many members of our Haitian community. The false narrative surrounding them is hurtful and offensive and has sadly made innocent people targets of hateful speech and physical threats. Our Haitian employees, fans, and friends deserve better. That was a statement from the Miami Heat. Now, again, I told you, when you look at some of these folks out here who are speaking out, some who are, again, who have been complaining. There was a black guy who went before the city council there and was whining and complaining, and he was talking about, matter of fact, before I get to that, remember I told you about the mayor? This is a tweet right here. Previous Springfield threats were more extensive than previously reported widely. Mayor Rob Root and his family have received what he said, multiple death threats, as have other city staffers and commission members. This is what Donald Trump and JD Vance has unleashed in this country. This is what they've unleashed. And they don't care. They literally don't care. They don't mind if people are calling in death threats. This brother right here, his name is Anthony Harris. Now, this is quite profane here, so just letting y'all know. This is the brother who went before the city commission, making all of these claims about Haitian migrants, and he was lying. Wasn't factual, he was lying. Listen to this.
They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them. I ain't never seen no fucking cat and dog get ate in my life, and I never fucking said that. I said something about a goose, and somebody told me they see somebody grab a fucking goose up and cut his fucking head off, and that's what the fuck I said. But when you ask me, do I regret it? Hell yeah. And then we got to deal with motherfucking schools getting closed down. We got to deal with motherfucking all the government buildings getting closed down. We got to do interviews at the police station because weird shit is going on.
The white woman who also helped start this, she's like, oh my God, I didn't realize that all these things were going to happen, and I now fear for my safety. So you make up some bullshit about Haitian immigrants. Their lives have been threatened. They got to keep their kids home from school. They're scared to death of walking the streets. You got racists in there, Proud Boys showing up. You got folks, again, like I say, walking the streets, can't tell who the hell is Haitian and who isn't. They're attacking anybody and everybody, and now you sorry? Matter of fact, here's a video here of some of the folks there in Springfield who are not Haitian, who are talking about how they are being attacked.
But I'm still a person of color. So when people come and look at us as a whole, I don't look any different from the next person. So people assume that I'm Haitian.
Me as an African American, you know, when we're looked at like, well, I don't know if you're Haitian or not. So I just had a gentleman look at me, an older Caucasian gentleman asked me, how do you tell them apart? There's no way to tell us apart. No way than there is to tell Caucasian apart. Right. Until someone starts to speak.
Right, you have to talk with them and get to know them. Right. And just...
I have to say something. So American people, Asian people, at the end of the day, we're human first. So we're supposed to live together and don't be dramatic. So live together and stay cool. Because before Springfield was a nice place, quiet place. So I want my Springfield, the same Springfield.
You want it to stay the same way, just quiet and nice quiet, and friendly.
Yes,
right.
Friendly.
Right.
Friendly people.
See, y'all see what's going on here. But the racists are driving this. The maggots, the racists, Republicans, conservatives, they are driving this. This is all on them. My pal, Dr. Julian Malveaux, economist, president emerita, been in college out of D.C., Dr. Amakongo Debinga Sr., professorial lecturer, School of International Service, American University out of D.C., Renita Shannon, former Georgia State Representative out of Atlanta. Glad to have three of you here. I mean, it is what it is, Renita. Bottom line is, these are racist, white Republicans. They don't want black immigrants in this country. I can guarantee you, if 15 to 20,000 white people from Norway were shipped to Springfield, Ohio, JD Vance and Donald Trump would not be saying a word.
I lay the responsibility of this at the feet of the elected officials, because as a former elected official, I received plenty of letters and plenty of emails and messages from people in the public asking me to lift up things that just sounded completely ridiculous. And it was clear through their correspondence that they were not well. And it's a choice of the elected official of what you're going to elevate or not. So this, to me, all goes back to lay at the feet of Donald Trump and JD Vance for lifting this stuff up. They've had experience being elected officials. They understand what the responsibility is of an elected official. And you have to realize that many of us, when we looked at the debate the other night, we heard when Donald Trump said this, and most of us just shoved it off as being completely ridiculous because we could see right through what it was. But you have to remember that there are people in the public who honestly hear these things, take it to heart, and they are not mentally well, and they take action based on that. And so every elected official is aware of their responsibility of what that additional privilege that microphone is, and that you need to be using it responsibly. So I think that both Trump and Vance and the other conservatives who have been repeating these lies can absolutely thank themselves for creating what is complete chaos in Springfield.
But Makongo, they don't care. They know they are pushing the racist buttons of their followers. And you hear JD Vance, oh, if I have to make, if this is what gets people attention, so be it. They do not care, and they don't care if any harm is brought to these Haitian immigrants in Springfield.
No, you're absolutely right. And they are going to continue to do this. And let's also be mindful that Donald Trump is the master of distraction, because after that poor debate, he has been throwing this out, and he's going to continue to stick on it because he knows that this is going to distract from people talking about his poor debate performance. But it's scary, Roland, because he's using the most vile and ignorant, hateful things to distract from this. And now real people are being targeted. And what did he say? If he wins, that his first two areas that he's going to target are Aurora, Colorado, and and Springfield, because he's playing off of that nonsense you talked about last week about Venezuelans taking over gangs there. And so he's not even throwing out coded language. He's just saying names of cities and throwing all those people down there. And this is the time for us as Black people to really unite, because I know a lot of Haitian people who are part of the Black struggle and identify and understand the racism. But we also know that some who are part of the diaspora community have looked at this racism in the United States as a Black African-American thing. We are all in this together. And like the sister said in the videos that you showed, that people can't distinguish, so they're going to treat us all the same. So just like the video you played from the woman, we got to get out there and vote. We got to be united. We got to be in solidarity. And where are the Republicans? They're supposed to be calling out this ignorant and hate. They're not calling it out, not because they're scared, but as far as I'm concerned, Roland, they believe it too. People right now, you're either silent or you are part of the solution. You are guilty by association. And if you're not going to speak up when this stuff's happening right now, you want this too. So we got to continue to fight, continue to speak up. I'm glad that we're continuing to do this. And I respect those who have also been upstanders for the Haitian community. But now we got to be upstanders for the Black community more if you haven't been in our community, because this is happening everywhere.
Julian?
This is so absurd. JD Vance even said when he had the interview with Dana Bash, if he had to make a story up, which he did, he made a story up to bring attention to the immigration issue, he would make a story up. So he's a liar. He is a liar. But that, apples don't fall far from the tree. He is Trump's person, and he's a liar. It is a horrible trope that Haitian Americans have to deal with. As I shared with you the last time we were together, my grandfather was Haitian. They don't eat no dogs and cats. It's just, the absurdity is amazing. But even more than that, as Congo said, and as the sister in the video said, you can't tell a Haitian from a Black American. We all look alike. So what you really say is, let's begin to attack Black people. And JD Vance's interview with Dana Bash was disgraceful from the perspective that he just said anything. And he argued with her. He did not, he was disrespectful, but more than being disrespectful, he acknowledged that he was a liar. He acknowledged that he was a liar. And he said, well, if I have to make something up, I will. So he made it up, but it has gotten legs. And then they say, oh, this is a distraction. Well, if it was a distraction, why'd you say it?
Here's a 78-year-old billionaire who who has not stopped whining about his problems.
Oh, she had a big crowd. Oh, the crowd.
This weird obsession with crowd sizes. It just goes on and on and on. America's ready for a new chapter. We are ready for a President Kamala Harris.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.